Welcome to the world of amazing river animals.
Oh, I love my tubby. Dee, 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 dee. Bubbles, check. Scale soap, check. Towel, straight. My check one's in the wash.
Bath time, Henry?
That's me, bath time Henry.
So why don't you get in?
Sheesh, can a lizard get a little privacy?
All right, I'm going, but don't be too long.
Now, come here, ducky. I'm feeling sleepy.
Henry, is that bath still running?
Wild river, wild river.
Henry, I'm coming in. Oh no, Henry, you flooded everything. You've turned this whole place into a river.
I did? Cool. I'll call it the Henry Sippy.
This isn't the way a real river starts.
I know, but it's only a half-hour show.
Usually, rivers get started high in the mountains.
Like snow skiers.
Well, kind of. And like skiers, rivers only travel in one direction. Down.
You mean this show is heading downhill already?
Now, Henry. Here in the mountains, the river does its sharpest falling and its fastest flowing. So animals have to hang on tight, like this tadpole does with its special sucker.
Remind me never to kiss a tadpole.
It takes a pretty tough animal to fight this current, but some even manage to swim up it.
I'd rather just go with the flow, wouldn't you? And go where the river runs wider and slower.
You'll find a lot more animal life here,
Pretty.
but not all of it's friendly.
You can say that again.
There's more room to maneuver as the river gets wider and carries more water. Until finally, the fresh water of the river meets the salt water of the sea.
I always like a story with a salty ending. With just a few household objects, you too can turn your bathtub into a boat, fit for downstream adventure.
Careful, Henry. Rivers can get pretty wild, you know.
Oh, I'm ready for anything.
That's good, because there are rapids dead ahead.
Rapid deadheads? What do... Ah!
Roll left, roll right, roll left, roll right.
Would you please make up your mind? Ah!
Hang on!
What? Ah, my rubber ducky! Oh!
Don't worry about that now, Henry.
How can you say that? There's a rubber duck in danger! Don't worry, ducky! Henry's coming!
Henry!
Hello!
I'm impressed. You made it past those rapids.
Me too. Or I'd be fish food.
Don't worry about the salmon. They don't eat when they're spawning.
Excuse me, what's spawning?
When salmon lay their eggs in the river, but first they have to journey past many obstacles, like waterfalls and bears.
How grisly.
Some bears use the wait and catch technique, while others make a big splash.
Hey! You're scaring the fish away! Here she comes! Whoops!
Catching a belly full of fish is a bare necessity for these big mammals. A bear once ate 88 fish in a single day.
One down, 87 to go. Mr. Splashy isn't doing so well.
That's bad news for bears who need to eat. But good news for salmon who only turn this color when they're migrating. They use their acute sense of smell to sniff their way back to where they were born and lay thousands of eggs.
I knew fish smelled, but that is amazing.
Salmon aren't the only amazing acrobats skilled at surviving in fast water. The North American dipper has amazing transparent inner eyelids, which work like diving goggles underwater.
Flashy.
Dippers patrol the beds of shallow, fast-flowing streams, looking for bugs and fish to feed their chicks.
There's a dipper going for a dip.
Dippers are divers. They even learn to swim before they can fly.
Well, keep practicing.
They often nest behind waterfalls.
Don't they get wet?
Maybe a little, but it's close to their food supply, and it keeps the chicks safe from most predators.
Plus, it lets them keep up with current events.
Oh, brother.
Hey!
Henry, it's time for your report on mice fishing.
What? Now?
Yes, now.
Out of my way! Journal lizard coming through! Tonight, pink is in again for flamingo fashion. And birds get pimples too. But now, our top story. Top Kitty posters can now reveal the top 3 hobbies of cats. They love knitting and hang gliding, but topping the list is fishing. Dissatisfied with conventional cat food, cats can now take rod and paws, put on kitty waders, and go angling for something fresher. First, they tried fly fishing, but they quickly got tired of eating flies. So now, using cheese for bait, they go after the most pussycat-pleasing fishy of all, the sneaky mousefish. An attractive cross between the house mouse and a goldfish, these micefish are no fools. They protect themselves with a bonefish and a little help from the cat's natural underwater enemy, the dogfish. So watch out, kitty cats. The river's gonna get you. The river is gonna get you tonight. More later. But first, here now the sports.
Fantasyland 1, lizards 0.
Rats.
It did have a grain of truth in it, though.
A whole grain? That's good.
I mean that in South America's Andes Mountains, there's actually a mouse that goes fishing.
Really? What's it called?
The fishing mouse.
Oh. That figures.
The fishing mouse is a super swimmer with water-repellent fur, flipper-sized feet, and tiny ears that clamp down to keep the water out.
It can even hop waterfalls in a single bound.
All this spells trouble for the small fry that live in this stream.
Small fries? He gets fries with his fish? So he's getting the deluxe mousy meal. Does it come with a free toy?
Fry are baby fish, Henry, and the mouse's sensitive whiskers can detect even the slightest underwater vibrations, leading him straight to his prey.
Wow! That's amazing! Talk about your catch of the day. Welcome to Handy Andy's Fish Hut, right here in the Andes Mountains, where the fish is fresh, and so are the waiters. You catch 'em, you eat 'em. There's no cooking and no table manners required, with portions big enough to feed a mouse. So come on down.
That'll do, Henry. Looks like you're doing more bailing than sailing, Henry.
And my boat's still half full. I'm just gonna tip it out.
I wouldn't do it that way.
You're right. There's a much quicker way to empty a tub.
Which is?
Pull the plug.
Now you've done it!
Right. Oh, hi. I was just in the neighborhood and thought I'd drop in. You haven't seen a duck around here, have you? No. I don't suppose you get many air breathers down here.
You'd be surprised, Henry. You're not the first four-legged animal to visit.
Oops. Sorry, ladies. Didn't mean to interrupt your bath.